So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can post social media updates and why you should be posting social media updates on a regular basis for your social media channels. Now, first of all, let's talk about why you should be posting social media updates. And I just want to clear up some misconceptions as well with posting social media updates. What a lot of people think, and a lot of people actually pay other maybe freelancers or other agencies or maybe someone in-house to post social media updates on their social media channels, and they think by doing this you'll be able to get new clients directly just by posting social media updates. Now, posting social media updates is important, but you're not going to get new clients just by posting social media updates. You have to do more than that, which is why lots of the other content that I've created is about building a targeted audience. It's about generating leads, and it's about converting those leads into sales. And you'll see that to do all of those things, it's not necessarily, you don't necessarily have to post social media updates. Now, you should post social media updates to get even better results, but it's not an exact correlation between posting social media updates and generating leads and sales. Now, at least the correlation isn't very visible. It's not very straightforward. You can't straight away see how it could help you. So the purpose behind this video is for you to understand why then, if posting social media updates isn't going to directly help you get any new leads and sales, then why should you be posting social media updates? Now, the main reason you should be posting social media updates is primarily just so you look good on social media. So you need to make sure that you look active, and when people visit your social media channels, whether they find you through Google, or maybe they find you through your website, or maybe they find you through someone else's content, or whatever means they find your social media channels, when they go to your social media channels, you need to make sure that you look good and that what you post is relevant and interesting to those that you're trying to target. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. So with us, we do social media. So this is our Twitter page. And by the way, even though I'm just showing you Twitter now, it's the same principles on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, pretty much all the other social media channels. So these are the same principles. I'm just showing you Twitter now just because it's a bit easier to go through that. But just for you to keep in mind that the same principles I'm going to teach you can be applied for all the social media channels. Now, with us, we are a social media agency, and we are targeting other business owners, we're targeting entrepreneurs, and the people that we are trying to target are the ones that are looking to grow their business using social media. They're looking to use digital marketing, content marketing to get more leads, to get more sales, to get more customers and things like that. And they might not necessarily know how to do it, but at least they know that there's some potential in social media and they have an interest in it. So the kind of things that we post will be about social media, and more specifically, how social media can help your business. So you can see we've got articles, just some of the latest things we posted. This one is how to successfully measure the ROI of social media. This is, as of recording this video, this is the time when the United Airlines incident just happened. So I wrote an article about how small businesses can learn an important lesson from everything that happened with United Airlines, and the way they removed the passenger off the plane. Then I have some more other articles on technology and marketing, and just basically tips on how you can improve your business, improve your leads, and grow your business using social media. Now, the reason I post this stuff is because when we go out there to build up a targeted audience and generate leads and so on, when people go to our social media channels, for example, such as on Twitter, depending on what they see will determine whether they choose to follow you or like your page or actually stay connected to you in some way or another. So that's why it's important that you post social media updates. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that when you post social media updates each day, really the main people that see it are the ones that go to your social media channel's homepage because they want to check you out and see what you're doing, see what you're talking about. If you go to the homepage, especially on Twitter, there's just so many different social media updates about all kinds of different things that honestly it takes forever to go through it. And most people just don't really engage much with what kind of tweets they see. And the same thing happens on Facebook. So really the only way that you can get your content and your social media updates in front of people, if you want to get it in front of people on the newsfeed, is through paid advertising. And I'm going to have some separate videos on some of the best ways that you can get your content in front of more people. But just for you to know right now, if all you're doing is posting social media updates on all your social media channels without doing paid advertising, it's going to be difficult to get much engagement. Like, for example, these posts are actually doing pretty well, but then again, we've got over 8,000 followers. We've got a few retweets, we've got a few likes, but then if you think about it, this much engagement, which I know from experience is pretty good, but if you compare it to the amount of followers we have, it's still relatively small. And that's simply because there's just so much noise on social media, so many different social media updates, it's hard to sort of stick out unless you're paying money to Twitter or paying money to Facebook to stand out. But you should still post social media updates on a regular basis, because when people go to your channels and they land on your social media channel's homepage, that is what will determine whether they like you or follow you and they want to stay connected to you. So that's one of the main reasons that you should post social media updates. The other reason is that your potential customers and your existing customers will be able to see that you're active and you're relevant and you're talking about things that are happening. And it's a way of showing people that you're still there, you're still alive, and you're still around, and you are actually an active company, and you're not just sort of dormant or not posting hardly ever, but you're actually there, you're out there, and you're getting yourself out there as well, which psychologically has a positive effect in attracting you more business as well. So they're just some important things to keep in mind when posting social media updates. I just want to be completely transparent and honest with what you can expect. I don't want you to think that if you just post social media updates all the time, you're going to suddenly get lots of new business. It doesn't work like that. But as a byproduct of posting social media updates, it can actually help you in many other ways, as we've just discussed. So hopefully that's a bit more clearer as to why you should be posting social media updates, how it kind of works, and why it's important. Now, the next thing you might be wondering is, what kind of social media updates should you post, and how can you find social media updates to post, and how can you make this just super easy for you so it takes up as little time as possible? So first of all, in order to know what kind of social media updates you need to post, you need to understand about your target audience and your ideal customer and who exactly you're targeting. So one of the things you can do to help you do this is download a customer avatar worksheet. So if you go to Google and type in customer avatar worksheet, there's loads of different worksheets that you can download. I personally like this one by Digital Marketer. This is actually #1 on Google. So if you type this in, you'll be able to see them at the top. And you can essentially download an avatar, a customer avatar, so you can understand a bit more about the kind of people you're targeting. So you've got here, for example, their age, their gender, you've got what kind of goals and values they have, their challenges and pain points. This is a very key area. So if you can address things in your social media updates that help answer their challenges and help them with their pain points, then that's going to be very helpful to them. So just go through this in your own time and have a think about what kind of people you're targeting and what kind of things would they be interested in. So remember, your social media updates are not about yourself. It's not about things like company news and what's happening. All of that stuff is great and you can post that, but the main stuff that you should be posting should be about helping other people. Like 80% of what you should be posting is all about helping other people. So just keep that in mind as you're posting social media updates. It's about the people that are going to follow you, the people that are going to like you. It's about those in your target audience. And that's the kind of social media updates you need to be posting. Now, when it comes to actually posting social media updates, you might be thinking, okay, how do we actually go and find these articles? So you can see here we've got lots of different articles. Some of these articles we have created ourselves. And some of them we haven't, some of them are just links to other websites. Like this one, for example, is an article that we created. This one is an article to another website. This one's actually by Neil Patel. Then this is another article that we've created. This is from another website, and another article that we've created, and another article that we've created. It doesn't really matter too much if you're the one that has created the content or not. Obviously, you're going to probably get slightly better results if it's your own content. But the most important thing is that when people go to your social media channels, they can see that you're actually trying to help people with the content that you share. So I don't really mind if you post your own content or other people's content. Obviously, your own content will be slightly better, but just keep that in mind. It has to help people. So what you then need to do is you need to find and do some research on all the websites that you know of where they will most likely have good relevant content for your potential customers. Now, I can't just give you a list of these websites because there's literally thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or millions of websites out there and loads of blogs out there. So it's going to be impossible for me to list what websites will be the best for you and your business and your target audience. But chances are you already know or have a good idea what are the kind of top websites in your industry, what are the kind of the leading blogs or the leading places where you can get interesting content that will be helpful to your potential customers. So if you're still not 100% sure on that, what you can do is literally, I know it's going to sound a bit silly, but just go to Google and you can actually search for things that will be interesting to your target audience. So if, for example, I'm just going to do us. So if I didn't know any websites about marketing, digital marketing, or any places I could get content around social media, I can just type in social media blogs. And you don't have to do social media, but you can do whatever it is that you do. Just put it in and then put blogs. And what you can also do, and you can see here some of these are the top 10 social media blogs and so on, which is going to give you, just clicking on this article, will give us another 10 websites that we can go and find content from. But I can also do the best social media blogs and again, find more content. Now, what you need to do is once you find content that would be once you find websites that will be interesting to your potential customers, you need to save these websites. So let's just use this one as an example, Social Media Examiner. What you then need to do is you need to, this is just one of the websites, but obviously get a list of all the websites which will have content about things that your target audience would find interesting, and then go to this website called Feedly, feedly.com, feedly.com. And what you can do with Feedly is you can actually save all the different websites that you have. You can actually save them in Feedly, and then once you've done the research once with all the websites, you don't have to do it again. You can just log into Feedly and you'll be able to click on all the different websites that you saved and you'll be able to see the latest blog posts. So I'm going to show you in a second how that works, but for now, just write that down. Make sure that you save all the websites that you want to post social media updates from. You use Feedly to do that. Very powerful stuff. So I'm just going to log in now. Okay, great. So I've just logged into Feedly. You can see here that I have the category Skyline Social, which is us. And you can see here all the different websites that I have a look at for good content. Now, you don't have to go through all of them, but the more that you do this, you'll probably have a good idea as to what are the best websites and what places will have the best kind of content for you to share on your social media channels. Now, when you join Feedly, this will be empty. You're not going to have anything. So what you need to do is you need to go to the blog or the website. So let's just say Social Media Examiner. We'll copy that. So I'm just going to copy that here. And then you paste it into the search box. It usually comes up that way. So there we go. So Social Media Examiner. So you can see I'm already following it. So what you can do is just click on follow. That's pretty much what you do. So for every single website that you want to post content from, you just search for it in Feedly and then you add it, you follow it, and you add it to your list, and you will be able to, in the future, see it on the left here and post, or basically just click on it. Let's just say we're going to look at this website, Co-Schedule Blog. We can see all the latest pieces of content that they've posted. Once you find the websites, let's just say, there's this really good blog post, which is how to create effective blog posts that convert like crazy. And that's something we wanted to share. So I would click on the article, and there's lots of different ways that you can share it with your social media channels. We use a tool called Sendable. So that's a social media management tool, but we use Sendable because we manage lots of different social media accounts for our clients as well. If it's just for you, then you'll probably be better off just using Buffer. So I haven't used Buffer in a while, but I know it's a very good tool, especially if it's just you posting social media updates for yourself or your own company's social media channels. It's super easy to do. What you do is once you install the Buffer app, so if you go to bufferapp.com, you can download the plugin for your web browser. And you can create an account. It's free to create an account. There's a paid version as well, which isn't too expensive, but you can probably just use everything you want to do with a free one. And essentially you find the article that you want to schedule out, and then you click on the buffer button and it will schedule it out for you automatically. And it will also choose the best times for you to post the social media update, and you don't have to worry about it. So all you need to do is you need to go through all the websites that you've saved, choose the best content that you want to share, and when you click on buffer, it will automatically share it across your social media channels. So I'm going to click on it now. It probably won't work because I haven't had an account in a while, but essentially you click on it and then you can share it on Twitter, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn, and it does it all for you automatically. Super easy to do. You just have to spend some time, maybe in the beginning of the week or whenever you can, scheduling out the different content to post. And you don't have to just post other people's content. You can also mix in your own content and schedule your own content as well, and post those social media updates on a daily and regular basis. So we recommend that you post at least once a day, Monday to Friday. That's going to get you off to a good start, so that if anyone goes to your social media channel, it's going to look active, it's going to look busy, and it's going to look like that you're out there and you're doing things, which is going to help with people following you back and people engaging with you. And at the end of the day, if you still don't have the time to schedule updates or post updates, again, this is something we do for clients as well, for those that literally are just so busy they don't have the time to do that. Otherwise, you can use Buffer and do it yourself.